Hey guys, Big Dan Bates coming at you with a yard slash garden update. So we haven't been able to do a whole lot yet. It's still a little too cold, but we got some fruit stuff going. We've cleaned up the yard, got the patio going, and me and George here, we're very excited about the coming weeks. You want to see where we're at so far? Stay tuned. All right, guys, I'm feeling pretty good today. My heart's been regulated for a few days. I got a little bit of strength back. So I wanted to give you an overall update of where we are in the yard. So my wife added this cute little bistro set here. And of course, every few years, we get new cushions. When we had dogs, the dogs kind of destroyed our cushions. So we got the new cushions going this year. Hopefully I can keep my fires under control enough that I'm not messing up our new cushions. You may have saw the video with the bird center project here. We got some flowers we're putting in that boot and the bird feeder over here. And as it's funny, I have a woodpecker blend in here and a berry blend, and everybody loves the woodpecker. Nobody touches the berry. But we saw a couple of baby goldfinches on the Niger feeder here, which is pretty good because it's still a little early. No action on the hummingbird feeder yet, but I was happy to see the baby goldfinches because the last few years we haven't had goldfinches. So as we come down this way, also no nesting activity yet in the little birdhouse, although I did see some branches in my grill. So they obviously are looking to nest. And I've been seeing the house finches and all, but nothing on our lunchbox bird feeder. And the squirrels absolutely love this corn. I'm trying to give the squirrels a little something to keep them busy, keep them away from my plants. And of course, the girls have arrived. Now it's almost moving day. They're all tuckered out from pruning and carrying on all morning. It's almost moving day. We'll be moving this tractor either up on the hill here or maybe out in the broad grass where it's a little more sunny. This gets lots of sun in the afternoon. Right now, not so much. It's still kind of early morning. We cleaned up around the shed here. This is my little tool corral corner. I haven't really figured out if I want to build a little lean-to cover for the tools or whatnot. But come on this way. So like any backyard homesteader, we got our compost bins going out here. Now we got chickens back. We have plenty of chicken poop, and the hemp bedding will be composting as well as our vegetable scraps and things from the garden. And so this used to be my garden. Until when my neighbor moved in, he put up this hedgerow of hemlock or whatever they are, and they've gotten huge. So like right now, these beds have some sun. They literally get sun for about an hour a day, and that's it. So we've had to relocate everything up to the beds, which we'll be seeing in a second. So this is the peach tree I'm trying to save. Problem was when I planted it, didn't know any better. I just bought a peach tree. Never paid attention. Is it a dwarf? Is it a semi-dwarf? Is this? Well, this thing got massive, and I never pruned it to keep it at picking height. So it's been riddled with disease. It gets curl leaf and has fungus. So this year, I got some advice from a few people, and we really hacked it back hard. It's starting to pop, got some blossoms going. I treated it with the fungus side as well as the dormant oil, and we'll see how it goes if we actually get anything off it this year. It's coming to the end of its producing life right now. We've had it about 11, 12 years now. And they say peach trees only really produce for 12 to 15 years. So if the time comes, this will be taken down and we'll plant some dwarf varieties of either peaches, maybe more apples. We'll have to see. The blueberry bushes. We have a whole video on that process and how it almost killed me. But these are our blueberry bushes. They're in. They've started to root well already. We got some buds popping on them. So, right now, fruit plants and stuff, it's still late March in Jersey. We can't put nothing in the ground yet as far as pepper seedlings, things like that. But because fruit is dormant and they sit in the fields all winter long, we've been able to get a jump on our planting by really focusing on some fruit trees or fruit bushes, things like that. In fact, you probably can't see too well. We'll come around the fence here. We got our two grapevines here. I think Eileen put a little video out on that. And then here will be our raised bed area now, replacing those back boxes. We got all the good coast of Maine raised bed soil in them all. I got my strawberry tower back there, as well as our little potato tote. And then this, I had some help. I had my guy bringing some topsoil. Really wasn't enough to get it where we needed it to be, but it was enough. You can, I don't know if you can kind of see it. We're just starting to get a little mist of green through there. That's a forager blend. It's several different clover varieties. There's some flaxseed in there, some grasses in there. And the whole idea is it germinates fast, it grows quickly, and as we move the chicken coop around, they'll have good, nutritious things to eat as opposed to just crabgrass. So now we're going to proceed around front. Little Gem's sitting, wondering if she's ever getting out this year. And the last addition to this year's garden, so far, we have our Jonathan apple trees. So this is a variety, if you saw my wife's little video, it's a variety that her grandfather had on his farm, and she always is trying to get back that flavor from her grandmother's apple pies. So there's a place called Trees of Antiquity, and it literally is these old heirloom species of all sorts of plants and trees. So we got 2 Jonathan apples, got them in the ground, pruned them back according to what's suggested by some of the more famous YouTube gardeners. And I don't want to make the same mistakes with these that I made with that peach tree. So we're starting off right. We had a good pruning. Actually, where I pruned it, I'm already seeing what looks to be a little bud coming out. So these are all like the blueberries as well, and the grapes. They're supposed to be of fruiting age. Problem is, when you get something like this that's bare root, you really want it to focus on establishing its root system, then really worry about getting a crop from it this year. So we'll see. We'll let the tree dictate what it wants to do, and we'll go from there. So that's the garden update. That's kind of where we're at. Now today, we are receiving our Epic 4-cell and our universal tray from Epic Gardener, and we'll be doing our seed starting. So I'm sure my wife will want to make a video with that. That'll probably be this weekend. We figure if we can get our seeds started by April 1st, they'll be ready to go by March 15th to go into the garden, which around this area, zone 6 or 7A, whatever we are. It depends what chart you look at. Right around March 15th is when you can start putting stuff in the ground. So we're figuring if we get it in this weekend, we will be ready for that, like I said, March or May 15th. So if we start beginning of April here, we'll be ready for May 15th. And I got the Epic 4-cells, which are larger, and I got the tall ones. I don't like the idea of every couple of weeks having to take them out of the tiny seedling tray and put them in a medium seedling tray. And 2 weeks later, take them out of that tray. Every time you transplant something, you're disturbing those root systems. So I went with a bigger one. We're going to see how it goes this year. Next year, I may have to go with something bigger. I don't want to have to keep transplanting. I want to be able to grow my starter plant and then take it from there directly into the beds. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we got a beautiful day. It's a little chilly, but I don't mind it. And that's the update on the garden so far. Stay tuned.